Betrayal. It's a word with weight. A word that can mean 1,000 things, depending on who you ask. You can betray someone's trust. You can betray your vows. And sometimes, the harshest betrayal is when someone poisons your reality so deeply that you start questioning your own sense of right and wrong. This is my story. And if you think you've heard all the ways a heart can break, trust me, so did I. My name is Jeff. I met Christy in college, a blind date sent up by a mutual friend. People talk about fate. I used to laugh at that stuff, but that night, it honestly felt like the universe had lined things up for us. The conversation flowed. We laughed so hard the waiter checked on us. One date turned into two into 4, and before I knew it, we were inseparable. A year in, we moved in together. After graduation, I proposed to her on a white sandy beach in Jamaica. I remember thinking nothing could ever shake us. The vows, the sun, the sand, the promise. Life got busy. Me, an engineer at a big firm. Christy, a nurse. But we made it work. Weekly date nights, spontaneous road trips, a big vacation every year. Then came our first daughter, Dawn. Everything changed, but it was the kind of change I wanted. Soon after, our son Jason joined us. Outings replaced vacations. Wild plans became memories we shared at home. Everyone thought we were the perfect couple. Sometimes I believed it too. Then, one ordinary afternoon, the call came. A hospital number flashing on my phone. Christy and our daughter had been in an accident. Hit by a semi. My heart stopped. I dropped everything at work and rushed to the hospital, my chest feeling like it was crushed in a vice. I ran to Christy's room first. She was awake, talking. Then I raced upstairs to pediatrics where Dawn lay. Scrapes, bruises, but alive. I sat next to her, telling stupid jokes to make her smile. Then a nurse came for a blood draw. For some reason, I asked, "What are you testing for?" The nurse said the lab wanted to recheck Dawn's blood type. That was odd. I asked why. She said Dawn's blood came back B positive and they needed to verify it. And that's when everything shifted. Let me be clear. I'm not a doctor, but I know my blood types. I'm O positive. Christy is A positive. It's basically impossible for us to have a child who is B positive. My stomach dropped. Heart pounding, I nodded. I requested a copy of the blood work. Dawn drifted off to sleep while I waited. Minutes later, the nurse returned with the results. B positive. Clear as day. When I asked why the retest, she said Christy had told the ER our blood types, but the results didn't match. I thanked her, my world spinning. I went back to Christy. I smiled. I reassured her, but inside a storm grew. I could have let it go, but something deep inside, that instinct that asks questions you already fear the answers to, wouldn't let me. So, I did what any desperate father and husband would do. I sought the truth. I spent a sleepless night pacing the kitchen. The next morning, I took hair samples from Dawn and Jason. I sent them, along with my own DNA, for paternity testing. I paid a disgusting amount for expedited results. The days crawled by, each one heavier than the last. At the same time, I called an attorney, explained the situation, set things in motion to protect myself legally. I couldn't focus at work, couldn't sleep. It felt like I'd been exiled from my own life and was watching it collapse from the outside. 7 days. That's how long it took. I opened the envelope at my desk. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would break my ribs. There it was, in black and white. A 0.00% chance I was the biological father of either of my children. And worse, Dawn and Jason didn't even share the same father. I sat in my office, hands shaking, while every memory I had, good, bad, ordinary, twisted into something grotesque. Christy hadn't just betrayed me. She had detonated the entire foundation of our life. I faxed the results to my attorney. I didn't waste a second. Christy was on a series of 12-hour shifts. I took days off work. Quietly, I opened a new bank account, redirected my direct deposit, pulled half our joint money, closed all our credit cards. I found a small apartment near my office, started moving my things. The house? My attorney said divorce would sort it out. The kids? That was the deepest wound. I loved them with all my heart. But legally, I stood to lose them forever. Nothing prepares you for that. But I couldn't ignore reality. Christy had destroyed every form of trust. All I had left was my way out. On her last day of shifts, I asked Christy's mother to take the kids for the night. I sat in a recliner, a bourbon in one hand, papers in the other. Christy walked in. She sensed the tension immediately. She asked, "What's going on?" I stared at her. "Who are they, Christy? Who did you fuck behind my back? Who are the real fathers of Dawn and Jason?" I handed her the lab results. She glanced at them. "I'm really not sure," she said. Voice flat, no guilt, no shame. That was it. I stopped listening. She kept talking, but I'd already checked out. She shrugged, calm as ever, and went to shower. I packed the last of my things and walked out. 15 years, gone in minutes. 3 weeks later, I had lost everything. Wife, kids, home. The years I spent building a family out of hope and faith. Christy proved colder than I imagined. Contact became only through attorneys. Then the final blow. Her parents invited me to lunch. According to Christy, I had cheated, abandoned her, found someone new. I showed them the paperwork, ordered another drink, watched disbelief turn to rage. They thanked me, left. Hours later, my attorney called. The divorce was final. Christy even filed to terminate her parental rights. That night, I called her parents. I told them if they sought guardianship, I'd help. I still loved those kids. None of it was their fault. So what would I do now if I could go back? First, listen to intuition. That alarm in your head, it goes off for a reason. Don't ignore red flags just to keep your world looking perfect. Second, protect yourself. Financially, emotionally. Sometimes love isn't enough when trust is broken. Third, remember betrayal is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their character. If you're living in doubt, don't wait for the truth to find you. Chase it. As painful as it is, because sitting in lies is far worse than facing reality. You're not wrong for wanting honesty. You're not weak for hurting when you've been lied to. But don't finance your own heartbreak. Don't let someone else define your truth. If this story resonated, share your thoughts. You're not alone. And if you need help, reach out. There's life on the other side of betrayal.